What's up, people? This is Scarcasm Live.
The part where I cut you off because I think it's funny.
Yeah, but I'm not Anthony Alex.
No, it's just something I used to do when I guested on shows. And I guess, right now I'm kind of a guest on the live show because this is pretty much your baby. So let me edit my guest name. Tell people who you are. These nuts.
That is who you are. You're always these nuts. You're gonna beat them down too.
Okay. You want me to count you down again?
No, we're good. We live. This is kind of Scarcasm Raw.
Because raw. EastGoneRaw.com. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, son?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Ain't really no gang sign. I'm
just upside down peace signs. It means war. Upside down peace signs.
Yeah, I do it to my girlfriend all the time. I'm like, what you gonna do? She always thinks it's funny. And then when she does it, it just kind of looks whack.
Yeah. It looks more looks very white.
Nah, it looks like it looks like a bird. Like a bird trying to scare off a predator or some shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Alright, so Scarcasm. Let's do this.
It is, man. Let's I'll minimize this thing because I got some notes up here. Last time what I did wrong is, when I introduced the podcast, I'm like, what's going on with you? Which goes straight into IRL, but I have the community above IRL. Right?
Okay.
So that made me completely forget a question from last week, and before we even get started, I'll go ahead and do that.
I don't really have much going on at IRL other than the fact that,
Yeah, my IRL was like maybe a cold. That's all I have written down.
IRL is basically, it's been storming and raining a lot. It's hot and allergies. Like, that's ain't nothing really going on at all.
Right.
So, yeah, IRL. Done.
Nice. But yeah, Mafia...
Should I be closer to my microphone?
You sound fine to me.
Okay.
But yeah, Mafia Thug last week asked, when life kicks us in the nuts, what do you do to get over it?
Kick that motherfucker back.
Kick that motherfucker back? Is that what you did?
When life kicked me in the nuts?
Yeah.
It took a while, but I kicked that motherfucker back. It wasn't like an immediate, like, it kicked me in the nuts and I went, fuck that, bam, kicked it back. No, it took some time, but eventually.
You laid on the floor, like, writhing in pain for a while, but once you got on your own 2 feet, you kicked that motherfucker back.
Hell yeah. That's how it goes. Like, at this point, man, you got to.
That's why a dude never kicks another dude in the nards. Because you have that same fucking
you only here's the time. There's only 2 times where it's okay for a dude to kick another dude in the nuts.
If he's
one, if your life is in danger, that person has a weapon and you don't. 2, if you're in a situation that you really don't want to be in against an opponent that's probably far greater of a fighter and or will probably actually kill you, you kick him in the nuts and you get the fuck out of there. Those are the only two times it's okay to kick somebody in the nuts.
Yeah.
And we got a show title.
The only 2 times it's okay to kick somebody in the nuts?
No, it's okay to kick someone in the nuts. It's okay to kick another dude in the nuts. I don't know how I'm going to phrase it, but I'm going to put it up here. I don't know how I'm going to phrase it, though.
Kicking these nuts.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, but that's the only question we have from last week. I actually asked it right before the podcast, and I completely forgot about it. How fucking shitty is that? But anyway, we got it this time. But yeah, I had a question for the podcast because that's how we do on the live show. But but anyway, I said, hey guys, we're doing a live show tonight. Would you rather your significant other play video games with you, and you have to share the same console? Or have him or her not care about video games at all, but you don't have to share?
I have been through this in both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel pretty qualified to answer this. other times I just kind of bullshit my way through answers, like kicking dudes in the nuts. Like I kind of bullshitted my way through that because when like kicked me in the nuts, I didn't necessarily kick back. It took a little bit, but I would say I've been through it both. My ex-wife did play games. Mm-hmm. She didn't play a lot, and we did play a lot of things together. It was cool, except for the times when there was something that was single player focused, and you had to be, and either one of y'all had to be pushed aside. Mm-hmm. But the person that got pushed aside is usually the person that didn't pay for the game, which is usually not me. So, and that's the reason why at one point I had 4 360s.
Yeah, we had a couple. Yeah, this is the first generation we haven't had 2 of the same console. So
yeah, I just got another Xbox. I have not used it yet. But I just got another Xbox. But my girl now does not play games at all. And sometimes I will say this: being someone who plays video games, I never call myself a gamer. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating. Because like you want to be able to share the things that you're into with the person that you're with, right. And when they just outright refuse, like it kind of sucks. It's like damn, like, and like I've read the 5 love languages, and like when you well, I listen to the audiobook. I ain't gonna lie to you. When you hear about the 5 love languages, most guys want immediately think that physical touch is their primary. Usually have a primary and a secondary, and there's usually a hierarchy of the 5. For you personally, there's a hierarchy. Mm-hmm. And most guys, when you first hear about the love languages and you hear about what they are, most of them think that physical touch, which includes having sex and all that other stuff, is your primary. But I think I learned that my primary is...
Sup, Arcana?
What's up, dog? My primary is like personal time, like spending time with your girl and stuff like that, and doing things with your significant other. It makes you feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, at one point I've spent a decent amount of time playing video games, and then when my girl came over, I immediately had to stop, and it didn't really work. It really wasn't working for my love language.
Right.
And sometimes, to an extent, to be perfectly honest, it still kind of bothers. Because it's not like I really ask her to play like Call of Duty or some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I try to think of things that we can,
like, your Heavy Rains and shit. That's like very narrative. That
we watched someone play through Heavy Rain on YouTube. Uh-huh. We watched a whole playthrough of Heavy Rain. But like the thing about it is, like, we can watch Heavy Rain on YouTube, but she absolutely wouldn't watch me play the game.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then and she would probably never join in. And if sometimes you can feel some kind of way about it, but other times you just kind of go, I guess. But then on the other side of it, like, being with somebody that doesn't play video games means that when it's video game time, you don't have to worry about sharing. And I'm not really that huge on sharing.
Right.
Really not. Like, I'm the type of person that would, like, if we go out to eat, right, and I know it's something that that you might want some of, I'm the type of person that will buy 2 so that you won't fuck with mine.
Right.
That's just me. Like, and I guess in that way I'm kind of selfish. So it means,
but you're unselfish in your selfishness. You're not gonna be like, this is mine, go get your own. You actually buy them their own, so they don't have to mess with yours.
Right, but to your significant other, that still makes you selfish.
Have you ever watched How I Met Your Mother?
I watched maybe the first and second seasons. I just think the whole concept of that and the show title never actually lends itself to an answer.
Right, but there was a certain part, I don't know if you remember, I think it was a Halloween-esque episode to where like Robin had a boyfriend and she didn't want to share her food and do all the couple shit. I don't know if you remember that. That kind of reminded me of that. Because she was kind of a dude's girl. Like, she was kind of one of the dudes. But,
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, it's both ways, but like, being with someone who's not a game player of any kind, not of any kind, it does have its advantages because I don't have to deal with the kind of stuff that you have to do. I never have to deal with anything that you have to deal with. Like I'm like, yo, let's play some Killer Floor on PlayStation. No, she's using the PlayStation. Let's play some on Xbox. No, she's playing Mass Effect. Like that happens to us often. So I never have to deal with that. Like,
but I'm totally. Maybe that's just like I'm not really having to deal with it. Because I'm like so laid back to where like, oh, you're playing this, I'll go find. Because that's why I get so frustrated at like the kids and shit. I'm like, you only want to play this because they're playing it, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? Because
my daughter's the reason why I just got another Xbox.
Because I know I'm just putting myself into the situation because I know myself. If someone's on the PlayStation, I have the Xbox, I have the computer. There's something else I can find. I don't have to uproot them from their shit because I know that if I was on the PlayStation, I wouldn't want someone to uproot me from it. Just to, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, but
yeah, I've seen it both ways. I've dealt with it both ways. I wouldn't say that one way is better than the other, especially given what I just explained about my love language. It's just something that you just deal with over time. And then like my girl will not play a video game on a console, but plays plays mobile games all day, every day.
Yeah, that's weird. Like the whole mobile game thing, to where it's.
But it was just like how it was when the Facebook games were popping, like Farmville and shit like that. All that shit was popping, and all of those people who only played those Facebook games claimed that they weren't gamers, and they didn't play video games.
Right.
It was for them. It's something different. Even though to the rest of us, it's not. To them, it is something different. And I think for people who have been, especially people who are been out of gaming for a while, the controller can be cumbersome.
Yeah. The thing about those games is weird because it's those games' fault that there's never going to be a situation to where there is like an actual game on your phone. Like there's never going to be a $30 title that's a fleshed out game because nobody's going to pay for the shit because they're so used to free game and I pay hundreds of dollars over time.
Right, or free games and I have to deal with a whole bunch of ads. That's part of the reason why I cannot play the games that she plays because they are just riddled with ads. Every time, like she plays the main game that she plays is like one of those block breaking games where you have a whole bunch of balls and it has to hit the blocks a certain amount of times for the blocks to go away. Mm-hmm. After every game, like if win or lose, after every game, there's an ad that plays, and most of them you have to wait a few seconds before you can click off of it. And I absolutely cannot deal with the ads. Like when I did play a few games on my mobile device, I don't play a lot on my phone. No matter what, I don't play a lot on my phone. But when I did, I would find games where I could just spend a little bit of money and not have to deal with this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do ads on games. And then, like, you play, like, Cookie Jam, which I call Cookie Crush, because it's like Candy Crush, but with, like, baked goods. Those games are purposely... They're there to frustrate you enough to make those few people spend some money on bonuses and things that can help you get past levels and such. And I don't want to play a game that's there to frustrate me. It's probably why I've never played any of the Souls games.
Right.
I don't want to play nothing that's here to frustrate me. Like, why would I mean, for them, it's free, so it's a little bit different. But, like, if I buy, like, Demon Souls or Dark Souls or one of those games, I would never want to put money to something that's there to frustrate me.
Right.
I don't want to pay to be frustrated. Like, when I play video games, like, I want to be a god among men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be awesome. And then that's one of the reasons why when I became...
that's why Nepo exists.
Yeah, that's why Nepo exists. But, like, that's why I like games like Halo and stuff like that. I'm a walking tank. You know what I mean? Like, when in your life, like, you go to work and you get shit on all day, every day, especially if you deal with the public. And you're that person who that lady in Tim Hortons shit on the floor, picked it up and threw it at somebody. But you get shit on all day at work. Like, why the fuck would I want to come home and be nothing at home too?
Halo, you're a walking tank unless you play on Combat Evolved Legendary on the original Xbox by yourself. Then you're pretty much a squid. Like, yeah, and everything else is a thing.
No, with a co-op partner, it's even worse because if one of you die, you both go back to the last checkpoint. It don't even let the other person continue.
Yeah, I'm glad they changed that because we were able to get through. I was able to get through most of the Halo games, except for the first one with a co-op partner on Legendary, and that was fun because you could actually work around it.
I think the best way to play. The best way to play Halo is on Heroic. Like, it's just that way, except for 5, because 5 is just frustrating altogether. The best way to play is on Heroic, period. Like, it's even with a co-op partner, without a co-op partner. If you want the balance between challenge and fun, Heroic is the way to go. Don't go Legendary. Unless you're really trying to get achievements, but who the fuck does that these days anyway?
But yeah, we had because we kind of answered the question for ourselves, but that was actually a question from us to them. So, but it's cool. We all right, that was about the actual question. Okay, there we go. To be honest, this is from Arcana, who's in the chat. To be honest, I'd be better. Words are hard. To be honest, it'd be better if they did play video games because you won't be in a relationship where they make ignorant statements about gamers.
You know, I know of people who are in that situation. Thank goodness I'm not. My girl doesn't play video games or like console games or PC games, but I don't get that kind of stuff at home. I can't imagine the frustration that I would feel if I was in that kind of relationship. I don't think I could be in a relationship where there was someone who looked down on video games.
You know someone who isn't a gamer that doesn't look down on video games and is completely fine with you playing video games. It's probably someone who had an ex-boyfriend that was really into cars, and then they're like, "You're not into that shit. I'm cool with fucking video games."
You want to hear something funny? That is exactly true for me, ex-husband. Exactly true for me. That is 100% true.
That's hilarious. Yeah, Mach 20 came back and was kind of piggybacking on the Arcana statement, which is his own statement, which is sharing is caring.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
And then Latina Mafia had a longer answer. I know I'm going off the beaten path a little here, but I like the gaming from both, each having their own system. That way there's no ignorance like what Arcana said, and that they both can play online together on their own games if they want. It's like me and Mafia Thug. We have our own systems, and she's very much an RPG player, and she likes story mode games, but she hates racing games, and she can't play them to save her life. But sharing
racing games get kind of boring after a while because you're just racing. Like it's really kind of boring, and it doesn't have that first person shooter, what they call it, the 30 seconds of fun over and over again. Like racing games don't have that. Like there's no, for most racing games, there's not that peaks and valleys that come from like getting into a fight, having to deal with that, coming down and moving towards the next fight. Like,
right.
It's just racing. I will say one fun game is The Crew. The Crew is really good. I really enjoyed that. They gave it away for free on the Xbox, and we did it for a game night one night. It was just like, we're playing The Crew. It's free. It was like, all right, cool, I guess. But we had a ton of fun with The Crew, and then I know eventually the pimp got into playing The Crew, and like he started putting money into it, like buying like packs and stuff like that. I don't know if he bought like a season pass, but I know he like bought more things to add on to The Crew. I wanted to try, because my favorite Burnout game is now backwards compatible. I thought about trying to get my girl to just kind of mess around with Burnout.
What's your favorite Burnout?
Burnout Revenge.
Oh, that one's backwards compatible now?
It's backwards compatible as of last week.
Cool.
And my Burnout Revenge is scratched.
But it still play.
Yeah, as long as it recognizes that Burnout Revenge is in the console, it'll download the whole game and it won't run the game off the disc. Thank goodness. It's the same thing happened with me with Gears Judgment. My Gears Judgment is messed up. But playing it on Xbox One, no issues, because it just recognizes that the game is there. And now that I got Game Pass, I don't need the disc anymore either.
Right.
Not that I'm in a rush to play Gears Judgment. I mean, because it's Gears Judgment.
Yeah, you could make better judgment and play something else.
I don't think it's a bad game. It was an unnecessary game.
Yeah, I had fun with what I played. I mean, the only Gears game that I actually finished was one, like the actual story, but I played all of them, like multiplayer and Horde and all that stuff, so...
Oh yeah, I finished them all except Judgment, because Judgment has this thing when you're playing through the game where, the whole thing of Judgment is they're being questioned about stuff, and all of the game's missions are them telling a story. Mm-hmm. And in each one of the missions at the beginning, you have an option to choose to have them tell a deeper story, but it makes the game harder.
Right.
And in the course of making the game harder, like, if you're playing by yourself, your teammates are no fucking help at all. Like, none. Like playing through the regular game, they're perfectly fine. But if you do those optional things, your teammates are no help at all. And at the time I got Gears Judgment, no one was into it. So I didn't have anybody to play that game with. So I just stopped. Because, like, I wanted to do some of the optional stuff, and I didn't have anybody to play the game with.
Right. Yeah, if she continues that she can't play those to save her life, but sharing is fun, too, because there are games that they do play together, like Diablo. And I can't believe she didn't mention Rainbow Six Siege, because that's a big thing between them, too, because they play that, and they're pretty good at that game. I mean, they're like freaking Navy SEALs over here calling out freaking shit. But
you know what? The game that I noticed that changed that for me was The Division. The Division, like every year at E3, and they have like a game demo, and you're
like, nobody talks like this. This is so fake.
Yeah, nobody talks like this. This is so fake. Fuck out of here. Like, eventually we worked ourselves into a position when we played The Division. You actually talk like that to each other. Like, okay, I see a big dude over there in the corner. Like, we have, slang terminology. Who got them crits? Who can pop them crits? It's one of the pulse that increases your critical hit damage. But like, who got them crits? Or just like, I got a surprise motherfucker. Hold on, let me let the surprise motherfucker go, and then we got it. And the surprise motherfucker is the rolling grenade thing. And I got a turret. Okay, so you throw your turret over there. I'm gonna pop these crits, and then as soon as the crits are popped, everything, it's all on and popping, like that type of thing. But you're having these conversations like those people on the stage, and I have never had that experience playing any other video game ever.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so even if you can go back and look at some of the game nights, like old game nights, where we're playing like the Division, we are definitely talking like that.
Yeah, it looked like there was more responses than I thought, but it kind of got into a conversation about RPGs and things because
I like some RPGs.
You like Mass Effect,
mostly Mass Effect. I dig the sci-fi BioWare RPGs, basically.
Well, you did like Fable, didn't you?
Yes, I did really like Fable. I even like Fable 3 to an extent. Fable 3, before you get to the end game part, is a good game. It's not great, but it's a really good game. And then you hit the end game, and it's not necessarily the best game at that point, but it does give you some insight into why the beginning of the game is the way that it is.
Oh, here you go. Here's a response. It was right in the middle of all the RPG and not liking shooters and stuff. The Jimbo 2000. Okay, my wife doesn't play video games at all, so while I play video games, she is doing her stamping crafts. And we were trying to figure out what stamping crafts was.
Yeah, like using stamps. Like a lot of people use stamps for like scrapbooking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
For and you can make your own, or you can buy them and use them as a part of, like, mostly I see people do them on like scrapbooking. That's where I see it the most, but I've seen them before, and because I paint now, I'm in craft stores all the time, and there's whole sections devoted to that. So yes, I've seen it. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Cool. All right, yeah. And I'm glad I wrote this down because last week, remember, like after we got done with the show, I forgot to talk about this Purple Haze little fiasco with my beer buying while we were out in Hendersonville. I put this in IRL. Okay, when it comes to like a New England IPA, one of the key words is haze because they're hazy. Like you can't really, even though they're not like a dark beer, you can't really see through them. They're very cloudy, and so I went into the store really quick to get some. I was thinking about getting the New Belgium, but then I was like, oh, Purple Haze, and I grabbed it. And then when I got home, I cracked it open. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked on the bottom, and the very thing, in the very small, it said raspberry lager. I was like, what the fuck, man? I don't. Raspberry is probably my least favorite fruit, and I don't really like lagers. This is like.
Well, it depends. Okay, so for me, it depends. Are we doing, like, is it natural or is it flavors? If we're doing flavors, banana flavor is probably my least favorite.
Well, you probably wouldn't like Hefeweizen then, because I don't know if you'd pick up on it, but there is a small banana note like in the aftertaste.
I had a vape juice from Avail, and theirs had some banana notes in it, and I just like blitzed through it. Like I turned my wattage up just so I could get through it faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, man. So I was like so pissed. I was like, why the fuck is it called Purple? And I guess that beer came out before the whole like hazy IPA, because that's another word. Just like hazy IPA or haze or something, New England haze, or they'll come up with different things. So sometimes you'll just see haze and think it's a hazy IPA, but it's not. So Purple Haze is not what you're looking for. It's not very good. But yeah,
it's not the beers you're looking for.
Right. And I was like, Jimi Hendrix, cool, Jimi Hendrix reference, nice. But nah, that shit was nasty.
Kind of like that episode of Battlestar Galactica. Did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica? Okay, there's a part where you keep hearing this song, and it's a remix to All Along the Watchtower, and they worked in the lyrics to All Along the Watchtower into the episode.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. And then also, there is, you watched Luke Cage, right?
I haven't watched it yet, no.
Okay. The first season of Luke Cage, every episode is named after a Gangstar song.
Mm-hmm.
And there is at least one Gangstar line in every episode.
Is this like a thing that TV's doing? Like taking some sort of reference?
Yeah, it's just something to do, I guess. But I think they switched it up. I can't remember season 2. The episodes are titled after someone else. Hold on, I'll look it up. You keep talking.
All right. Yeah, in IRL, pretty much, I'm getting a little bit scratchy. Might be getting the cold. Might be allergies. I'm not sure. But this thing, I ordered me a mouse from Amazon. I went over to Best Buy. This is like the third time I've did this. Just like, I'm out. I kind of want a new mouse because this thing's double clicking. I'll like click something and then it'll be like, if I'm trying to pause a show, it'll be like, play pause. And I'm like, okay, no, play pause. I'm like, fuck. Come on, just click it once. So I went to go buy another mouse. Every freaking mouse, the cheapest one was like freaking $30. And so the SteelSeries ones, they were like the price of a controller. There was a Razer mouse that was like $115. But I was like, what the fuck? So in the store, I ordered one from Amazon. In the store. Like, it had I looked at the reviews, everyone was like, why is it so cheap? This is really good mouse. So it almost had 5 stars. So that should be coming tomorrow. Should be getting me a new mouse. I mean, this is a pretty good mouse, but it's just old. I mean, it's a Logitech. It's a gaming mouse, but it's just...
Okay. I just found the answer to what I was looking for. Every episode of season 2 is named after a Pete Rock and CL Smooth song.
Huh.
They didn't say anything about whether it's going to include the whether they're going to put the lines into the episodes, but yeah, the first season every episode is named after a Gangstar song. Season 2, P Rock and CL Smooth.
So, and those are pretty like niche artists, So
well, like what the musical directors, one of them is the other dude from A Tribe Called Quest. Like, so
yeah,
so
they're going to do shit like that. Like, not 99% of the people that's going to watch this not going to get this, but this is really for us. And the people that know.
There's some real obvious ones. Some of them not so obvious, but like when they went to one of the episodes, Misty Knight is being interrogated. She's being talked to. And the guy offers her something to drink, and he says, lemonade is a popular drink, and she says, and it still is. Like, I was waiting for I get more props and stunts than Bruce Willis. Like, I was waiting for the next part of that line, but like, some of the stuff is like super obvious as far as the lines that they use. But it's kind of cool. Like, if you know and you understand that part of hip hop culture, it's really interesting to figure out which part actually came from that.
Cool. But yeah, that's all I had for IRL. You already said your IRL before we got into anything. I've really been playing. I started replaying Persona 5, and that's been cool. I actually didn't do my Persona 4 stream last week just because I was like, I just didn't feel like it. I was just like, I kind of want to play this, so I just did that. So, and Amber started playing it too because she was like, kind of. That's one reason I started playing it is because she was like, I kind of want to play it, but like it makes me so nauseous, and like I was like, it's been a year, baby. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking start playing it, and just like, not just for me. And then she would watch it, and that thing just went away. She was like, I think I want to play it now. So she's been playing it. So that's been cool because I mean it's a good game. I knew that she would really enjoy it since she enjoyed 4 so much. So it's cool seeing her enjoying it.
But, I have it, and it's downloaded and installed. I just have no idea when I would actually play it.
You've been saying that for like the last 6 months.
I have it, but when I get a chance to play games these days, like it's like, okay, I just want to play something quick and easy, so I do Killing Floor, and if I have like a little bit of time, then I will. These days I will try to play some Frostpunk because I got a review code and I haven't put up a review yet, so it's a little bit, being able to set that time. To play something a little bit longer and probably a little bit more depressing.
Speaking of
So,
reviews, we are Steam Curate. We have a Steam Curated page now, which is pretty cool.
we absolutely do. I actually did 2 reviews.
Yes, you did.
Did I only do 2? I think I did 2. Just
Yeah,
2.
Killing Floor and RimWorld.
Yes, I do plan on doing more at some point. I ain't in a rush though, so
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I did a bunch, and then you did 2, and it just looks cool just to see Scarcasm and having a store page on Steam. I mean, it's just kind of cool.
I mean, Chase keeps making things for me to do.
That's what I do. But yeah, I started playing Paladins, man, and that game is basically free Overwatch. But it's more, once you start playing it, it's really more than that, because there's, I mean, if anybody that's a fan of Paladins says, man, everyone that says it's like Overwatch is like, just like freaking noobs that don't know, dude, stop lying to yourself. Some of this shit is exactly like Overwatch. Like, there's characters that look like, how can they get away with this? What the fuck? But it's really fun. I think I've had more fun with that in like the little 5 hours that I put into it than I did Overwatch. It's really cool, and I like their free to play model because
Is it all adversarial, or do you have some kind of co-op mode? I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't really have co-op modes because it's a game where they probably want you to put some money into it in some way.
well, that's the thing. It's by the same guys who did Smite. Well, there are like modes where you can just do like, I guess it's like training modes, but you still get XP. So it's kind of like you're doing matches with bots, but you're still getting XP. So it's kind of cool if you just don't want to deal with like dudes that's going to like freaking pistol snipe you. But yeah,
Hey, my man G Nitro just pulled up on, and it just popped up in the bottom of my screen. He just started playing Paladin.
cool. But yeah, it's cool because the guys who made Smite did this game, and I like their free to play model. Their free to play model is basically, it's free to play. We have these 3 characters that everybody has. There's a rotation of like 3 characters that everybody has access to right now, and then it will rotate out some more that everybody can play for free. If you want more characters, you can earn them in game, or you can just pay $30 and you have all the characters and everything that ever comes out for it. So it basically becomes how Overwatch does it. And then they have like a little loot system that like every so often you get more loot or something, and it's some sort of pass. So if you get like the character pack and that like loot pass, it's $60. So if you buy the price of a game and you really like the game, that's all you have to really, there's no other microtransactions other than like buying loot boxes, which Overwatch has that shit too. So they have a really cool like to where you can just buy the game and have the game if you wanted to, or you could just play it for free, but you don't have everything all at once. So it's a cool model. I like that model. More,
Yeah, it seems pretty decent.
yeah. Like fucking Battlefront should have been like that if they wanted to do their. If Battlefront released free to play and they had like, the microtransactions, nobody would have said shit. Everyone was like, oh, it's free to play. Fuck yeah. Thank you, EA. You know?
Right.
It's funny, like before Battlefront.
I saw a thing that's saying that EA is getting ready to stop supporting Battlefront 2.
Yeah, that's shitty. Because what's really funny is that like the day before before Battlefront, everyone was like commending EA because like the EA Access, people being more like EA Access is the shit. And then all of a sudden after Battlefront, everyone was like, fuck EA.
Yeah, but I really wanted to play the story. I didn't really care about the rest of the game at all. I really did want to play the story. I do have EA Access, and there's getting ready to be some things taken off of EA Access and Game Pass.
Things are getting taken off. I thought if it was in the vault, it was in the vault.
I saw things,
dude. If they can't do that because
they can. They said it when it was announced.
I know they can, but they can't do that for themselves because they're already in a shithole. If they start taking shit off of EA Access, man, you guys, you're just putting yourself into a hole, man.
Yeah, it's going to be. Hold on. I'm looking to see games that no longer shows up in the vault. FIFA 15, Madden 15, Titanfall, Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle 2, and Battlefield 4. They don't show, but if you already have them, they stay in the vault.
Okay.
or something like that. It's something to that. It's something to that effect. Well, actually, no. The only one that officially is removed is FIFA 14.
Well, that's not so bad because, I mean, ones that people probably aren't even really playing anymore. I mean, I was thinking maybe, are they taking Mass Effect out of the vault or some shit? Or Battlefield 4?
Oh. And hold on. I'm reading Roy McIlroy PGA is going to be removed. So like they're removing stuff like little by little. Probably the stuff that no one's playing because who the fuck is playing Roy McIlroy? PGA?
Right.
Like,
I'm just like, yeah, just let me keep my Mass Effect. You can take your fucking Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, you good, fam. Go ahead. You good. That's kind of how I feel about it. But Microsoft Game Pass though. There's a big set of games that's being removed.
But are they replacing it with better shit?
Well, they brought in some stuff, but the BioShock games are leaving.
The BioShock games? Well, most people probably already have those anyway.
Yeah. I do.
Because, I mean, they have the remastered versions, so...
Yeah, they do. I do not have 2. And it says 21 games are leaving Game Pass at the end of May. And it says... and then it changed. Well, most of those are 360 games. And let's see. So the ones leaving Mad Max, Lego Batman, 2 Sam and Max games, and Defense Grid 2 and Blood Bowl 2 are all the Xbox One games, and then there's a bunch of 360 games that are leaving, including the BioShock games. Borderlands 1 is leaving, Dead Rising 2, Soul Calibur, nothing else really worth talking about. Oh, XCOM. I know some people are into XCOM.
Well, it's kind of shitty because some of those are really good games.
Well, they did actually say for Game Pass, it was absolutely announced that some games would be coming and going. They absolutely said that. So you can't really be too mad at them.
Right. It's just they're taking some of their best games. Like, fucking Mad Max was great. That's a really good game. I never finished it, but it's a really good game.
Yeah, I never got around to it, so I can't really say one way or another.
Yeah, it's basically Mad Max open world Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the fighting is like Batman, and it looks good. It's solid.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad game. I just never got around to it.
What you been watching, man?
I haven't started anything at all. I haven't really started anything except for my girl started watching Black Lightning, and so I've been watching Black Lightning. I haven't watched anything on my own yet, because when I do have a little bit of time, I kind of want to play some games,
right.
Which the time is so short. It just really kind of sucks.
Yeah,
not being able to sit down and really do anything that I really want to do as far as games go. But like, to be honest, sometimes when I come home from work, and whether it's these allergies or what, I just don't feel up to really doing anything. So I end up just watching YouTube. Anyway.
That's probably why you haven't even started Persona, because you'd be like, all right, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. All right, I talked to 2 people. All right, well, game time's over.
Right.
Because I do get sucked into it, and then I realize, wow, I have been playing for 3 hours, and this is all I got. But you kind of get sucked into their story, and you realize that all you have been doing is like talking to people and freaking, eating burgers or something. But that's RPGs for you.
I haven't watched a whole lot. I'm catching up on some of my DC TV. I think I'm caught up on. I'm definitely caught up on The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure that I watch that every week. But I started catching up on Arrow. So I'm all the way caught up on Arrow right now. Now is the point is to get to be caught up on Supergirl. I ain't in a rush really, but I know that with the CW app, there's a times table attached to that. So I guess At some point, I will.
That's why I never got into those shows, because it just seems like work to try to keep up with the shit.
I would say you are right in some aspects, you are wrong in others. One, because all of those CW DC shows, they show up on Netflix like a week or two after their season ends. So
Right.
like, even if you like just don't care about it at all until you have the whole thing, it's there, and then you can use the CW app. It has a lot of commercials, but if you got an ad blocker on your computer, it skips right over the commercials and plays right through it.
Cool. But yeah, man, I actually finished My Hero Academia Season 2, and that was really good. Like, I really enjoyed that show. And Season 3 just came out, so there's like 6 episodes of that. So
Okay.
I'm not really looking forward to getting caught up, because then I would have to like wait a week. You know?
Yeah, that's the hard part about being caught up on this type of stuff. Like I started watching these shows. Well, some of them I started watching on Netflix, and then I got caught up, and now I have to try to keep up with this shit every week before I get spoiled. But it started as a Netflix thing. I wanted something to watch. I chose to watch Arrow one day. Got into it, then the other shows started coming out, and once I got caught up, it was really hard to not be, even on a show that I don't like Supergirl. I don't really like that show, but I feel compelled to keep up with what's going on.
Right. I just screenshotted us. I just screenshotted us. That's why I made the face.
Okay, why did you screenshot us?
I don't know. Put in Discord, I guess. Be like, this is what we doing. This is what we do.
You can share screens here, right? I want to show you something that I made.
I think you can share screens here.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you talk. I'll set this up.
All right. Yeah, we talking. I'm talking. I'm Awakened Heathen, or Crucial Chase.
Really?
I changed my name to Crucial Chase on Steam because I don't know. Think about going back to that. It's a cool name.
Really? Is like.
I don't know. I mean, I've had Awakened Heathen for a while. The reason I didn't go with Crucial Chase on PlayStation is because when I got a PlayStation 3, I think I made a Crucial Chase profile like way back in the day on someone else's like PlayStation, and I forgot what password I used. So I had already started an Awakened Heathen blog where I was talking about like Buddhism and shit, like because at the time I was kind of interested in Buddhism, but so I just started using it as my PlayStation tag, and then it kind of like stuck into other things. So, but Crucial Chase was my name on Xbox, which was my like name when we were like on social media and stuff when I was in the hardcore bands and stuff, you know, because we all had, you know, like Scumbag Mike or whatever. I was Crucial Chase. You know,
You're trying to be like Dimebag Daryl. I know that name.
Yeah, I know you know that name.
I couldn't tell you who's attached to it or what band it's attached to, but I know Dimebag Daryl.
It's Pantera.
Okay, he died, right?
Yeah, he got shot.
Okay, so now I'm sharing this photo. I made the painting you suggested with the Clemson colors.
Nice. That's really, really cool.
I didn't. Well, what I had problems with the. I'm gonna stop sharing. I had problems with. I'm using a different kind of paint, and I'm using kind of a level up on the paint, and it was a little bit more clumpy than I would have liked. So I spent half of the time after it was poured, like using like a toothpick pulling clumps out of it. So I think I'll do it again at some point. I may even flip cup it instead and see how it goes.
Cool. You've been getting out of the flip. Is flip cupping kind of the like gateway way of doing it, and then you start getting into more technical stuff?
Yes, flip cupping is the easiest thing to do because you prepare your paints, you pour them into one cup, you flip it over on the canvas, and then pull it up. I've started getting back into flip cupping recently. So I started getting back into flip cupping.
He called you Ryusuke because you're like Ryuji and Yusuke from Persona. Because Ryuji is more like a motherfuck you, and Yusuke is more of a painter guy. So you're Ryusuke. See? That's the Ryuji coming out.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, I can't tell you. Like, you can be calling me. You can tell me anything because I don't know. So like, you could be saying like Ryusuke like is the fuck you guy, but really like he could be like the puss bag. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell me anything at this point, and I just kind of have to believe it, go with it, or say fuck it all, which I'm choosing fuck it all. But yeah, man. But like flip cupping is pretty much how you get into it. And then there's different ways. I have not done very many swipes, which is something that I want to try to get into. Am I mad at you? No, this is me all the time. This is me, dog. Like this is me. Why would I be mad at something I don't even know what it is? No, he's worried that I'm mad. Okay, I can't tell if he gave me the middle finger or was the joke. It was a little bit of both. I'm not a fan of anime or anything anime tangential. So, like,
except for Samurai Champloo, he is down with that.
I watched it. I thought it was cool at the time. But like, I don't remember anything about it. Like, let's be honest. I watched some stuff. I really liked Basilisk until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really liked Basilisk. Like, that was fucking dope. Like, imagine if someone made Ninja Scroll a series. Like, fuck yeah, I could do that. Because Ninja Scroll is fucking awesome. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But Basilisk is Ninja Scroll the series, except for the ending is fucking dumb. So dumb. Until the ending, it was great. Basilisk is to TV shows. Basilisk is to anime what Lost is to TV show. You know what I mean? Like that kind of connection. But
yeah.
But no, it was a little bit of both. It was like it was like me just making the joke because he said that guy was kind of the fuck you guy, but it was also a little bit of like fuck anime. It was a little bit of both. I'm not an anime guy at all. In anything that's anime tangential, I'm just So no, it wasn't directly at you. It was at the notion of associating me with something I know absolutely nothing about.
Right. Just making weird faces on the screen. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. So we've been kind of going for an hour. We can get into our shout-outs. Fred Rojas, I might go on Gaming History X pretty soon at the E3 thing. Cause
Rojas. I see you, Rojas.
Because they're doing 6 episodes during E3, like an episode after each presser. And he was like, no pressure.
I used to do that. I used to do one after Microsoft, Sony, EA, and then would do like a wrap-up show of all of the other stuff.
Like Bethesda and Ubisoft and stuff.
Yeah, well, I never really watched Bethesda because Bethesda doesn't really make games I like. Like, they don't make the kind of games I play. So
you like Wolfenstein or Doom?
No, I've just never cared. Like, it's not like
I think you would dig Doom. The new Doom, I think you would get. I think you would.
A lot of people have said that.
Yeah.
I know. My nigga Ace is like way about that life. It's like, yo, you would really dig Doom. I just don't know when I would have time to play it, so I just haven't bothered.
Right.
But they don't really make a whole lot of games for me personally, especially their big, broad, sweeping RPGs. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. Like, I ain't got time for no fucking Skyrim. I played about an hour of Oblivion. Like, I own Oblivion still. I played about an hour. Like, really. When I had an Xbox, I had Morrowind. I don't even think I played it. Like, I got it as a part of me buying the Xbox bundle that I bought. And
I think Morrowind's the only one I never finished. That's the one that got me into it, but I wasn't very good at video games at that point because I was just
right.
You know,
until the Xbox, I was the sports games guy.
Yeah,
like I would play all of the sports games, but I didn't really venture that far outside of that. Like I would I would rent stuff here and there. But the Xbox made me a more rounded game player.
Right.
So, man, just shout out to Arcana, man. I wasn't flipping you off. I really wasn't. Don't take that to heart. That's just me. But shout out to Arcana for showing up. Man, shout out to everybody that's gonna be either watching or listening to this later. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea how much we really appreciate y'all because, like I always said, like you could have been anywhere, but you chose to spend. You could have been anywhere doing anything, but you chose to spend a few minutes with us, and we think that's fucking dope.
Yeah, you could have been like fucking or something, and you chose to like.
Yeah, man. shout out to Ron Blocker. I got his information, so I'm gonna get him his painting soon. And shout out to Mike J, who actually sent me a article for a record player for your car. It actually exists in some sort of form. It actually exists. Apparently, it was as terrible as we thought it. But there is a record player for your car.
Nice. That's some hardcore shit. Like looking up shit for like our like crazy show titles. That's some dedication to the fam.
Yeah, it is. So it's just really kind of cool because he sent me that like not too long after the episode was up. He was like, this exists, right? And I'm like, really? Somebody actually fucking did this shit? But yeah, apparently it exists, and it existed in the olden days too.
Right, because I guess they were trying to figure out how to. They might have had radios in their car, but that's the only form of like listening to music that they had was records.
8 tracks, dog.
Well, until 8 tracks, records were before 8 tracks, because 8 tracks are more 70s. Records were. Pretty fucking old.
But Mike J still has a mini disc player in his car.
Mini disc? MIDI? Or mini disc?
Yeah, it was a Sony platform. It looks like a floppy. It was actually pretty dope. I'm gonna tell you, I had a mini disc player, and you just got these little things. They look like floppies. You could copy your you could just copy your music to it. And you could do it in different levels.
Don't copy that floppy.
Different clarity levels, I guess. That thing, because it wasn't a spinning CD, like you used one AA battery in that thing, and it lasted you like 40 hours. So that thing was greatness to me at the time when I had one, because I definitely needed it. But you had to convert everything.
Right. But yeah, Future Monkeys and Bad Father Figures, and the Agent Orange is still always in there sharing his delicious looking beer and his oh yeah, you were updating something. You were sharing your beer and there was an update in the background. What was that update for? What were you downloading, man? It was on a PlayStation. I can tell that shit because it's blue. But yeah, Discord is awesome, man. I have a good time in there. I try to be as active as I can, but we're busy sometimes. Sometimes we get it a little late, but we get you.
Yeah. Shout out to the homies at Geeks for the Win. He added some stuff to his Discord, and I kind of commented in like the game section and stuff like that. Trying to be active on Discord, but really I can mostly only really be active when I'm in spaces where I have access to like a computer, because it doesn't work that well on my phone unless I specifically go there. Like when I'm uploading pictures of paintings and stuff like that stuff, I have to be there deliberately, and then I'll look at what's there. And most of the time, I don't see much to comment on because y'all talking about like RPGs I don't play or beer I don't drink. But I try to be supportive.
Or anime you don't watch.
Yeah, like that type of stuff. But like, it's really cool to have a place where people can just be themselves and talk about the things that they love, even if they're not things that I love. Like not a whole lot of people really comment on the paintings, but the fact that we're all there is really dope, no matter what.
Right, there's at least 2 or 3 people that are into the same thing, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the rooms are pretty segregated at this point.
Yeah, especially a shout box. Like, most people are in the shout box is so lonely in there. Like, that's normally the go-to place, but we're supposed to be. But, it's normally like, I'm just going to go to music because that's what I thought about. Looking at you, one guy.
And then I show up in the music stuff talking about marching band shit because y'all be talking about rock music and like old shit like Bob Dylan. Like, I don't know anything about fucking Bob Dylan. Like, what? So I'll just be like, isn't his marching band video fucking awesome? Like, that's.
Well, you were talking about Bob Dylan earlier. You were talking about All Along the Watchtower, but you were talking about the lyrics, which is Dylan.
I know that. Why would I know that, and why would I care?
But to be honest, the Hendrix version is 10 times better. I'm a big Dylan fan, but Dylan's version, the harmonica solo in that song is horrendous. I don't know what he was doing.
It's kind of like Turn the Page. I cannot listen to the original version of Turn the Page at all. It is fucking boring. But the Metallica version fucking rocks.
All right, man. I think we're out of here, man.
Already? That was fast.
That was an hour.
Babe, we actually got out of here at an hour. That's fucking awesome. Well, you want to close the show?
Sure, man. Power to the peoples. Or shout out to the peoples. Peace out to the warriors. That's the one. I was just testing you, see if you remember.
Why would I not remember? I say that at the end of every podcast, every one of these podcasts, and Facetious.
Oh yeah, Facetious has a group in there, but not even Blues said anything. Isn't it?
Yeah, he just finally my internet cooperated long enough for me to download the video, so he just put it up on YouTube and stuff like that. We'll start putting those, at the very least, put the YouTube videos in there for people to see, enjoy.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, peace out to the Warriors. We out of here.
Later.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Whoa. I'm telling. All right, I ain't gonna talk.